Well, guys, it finally showed up at Galaxy's Edge East. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the new Ahsoka limited edition set that they released back in May over at Disneyland. Well, it finally showed up at Walt Disney World and Galaxy's Edge East. So we're going to take a look at that set and compare it to the original next. So stick around. That's right, guys. It finally got delivered to Galaxy's Edge East. What am I talking about? Like I said, it's the Ahsoka limited edition set that they came out with. Now, this set was released originally on May 27th, I believe it was, during Star Wars Celebration over in Anaheim in California. But we had to wait over at Walt Disney World in Orlando to be able to get this at Galaxy's Edge East. For some reason, due to logistics maybe, don't know for sure, but the items did not show up here until last Friday on July 1st when Disney Parks actually announced it was going to be released on that day. So we're going to take a look at this box set. We're going to see what it looks like. We're going to compare it actually to the original Ahsoka set that came out. There's a lot of people who seem to think that this set is smaller, which is not the case. So let's go ahead and get you to a larger screen. But before we do that, let's get some housekeeping stuff done. Don't forget to like and subscribe down here in this bottom corner and hit the little notification bell. Set it for all notifications so that way, as soon as these videos go live, you know it, because it'll give you a notification to tell you that. Plus, subscribing to the channel helps us out. We're trying to get to an official, legit 500 subs because we kind of got bot hit, I guess you could say, when we did the initial giveaway last month, and then a lot of these subs disappeared because the bots and people just trying to win something for free. So we're almost to that 500 mark, and it would really help us out if you guys would go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. Share it to your friends also if you enjoy it, and let them know about us here over at the Kyber Curator and what we do for you guys out there. Also, don't forget the socials right down here across the bottom of the screen. Those are the locations where you're going to get up-to-date notifications as to when I plan to release a video. I usually post on there beforehand to kind of give you guys a heads up as to when that video is going to come out. So now that we got all the housekeeping and the particulars taken care of, let's get moving on this review. So let me get you onto a full screen here, and we're going to take a look at this set. Now, it came in the box. Okay, this is a nice box, very, very similar to the box set that you see over there, which is the Skywalker Legacy set that was released actually last year in 2021 as the May the 4th release. People were hoping that this was going to get released at the parks then, but it only came out on Shop Disney. And unless you were lucky, it was very, very difficult to be able to get one because they only had so many. This set's only 6,000 made, so you only get 6,000 of these that are released out there. And I know when I tried to get on the site to be able to do it while I was actually at the park, I had like 26,000 people ahead of me, so I was not lucky enough. I had to wait until it actually showed up at the park here because I refused to pay all of the scalper prices that are all over eBay, and then what everybody else was wanting, overcharging for it. So there's a lot of people that were really, really overcharging. Some of the scavengers out there that was going and picking them up, they weren't too overpriced for it, but I knew it was going to be coming to the park, so I knew I could save some money myself by getting it, which allows me to then have more funds to be able to get other stuff for more content for you. So let's go ahead and take a better look at it. So here is the set itself. Let me slide over here. It's got this nice logo on the front on there where and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that actually says Ahsoka in Arabic on there. All right, so I'm going to open this up and we're going to see if you guys can actually hear it, because I know the last time I did this, when I did the Legacy set, the Skywalker Legacy set, it popped me for copyright because of the audio that is played during that. So hopefully won't do it with this one, to where it actually either copyrights me or it blocks out the sound on the video. So here we go. Let's see what it does. So that's the audio that it plays, and you get whenever you open this box set up. I'm going to go ahead and take these out so that I can show you guys a comparison as to the difference between this set and my original set. Now, my original set, I've already taken the stickers off of it. And when I'm talking about the stickers, I'm talking about these stickers that are right here, and then the stickers around the ends and on the bottom, because I didn't want to display them that way. But this set, I'm actually going to leave the stickers on them, I believe. I have not completely decided yet. But let me go ahead and get these stickers out, or get the sabers out, sorry, and take a look. Now mine, on here is actually, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I got 2555 out of the 6,000 that were made. So I'm on the higher end of the lower half of the set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the box. Let me lock this back down so it doesn't open up and flop open on us. But you've got the Arabish around here, and I'm going to translate this that's on here for you guys so that way you can see what it says. And I'm going to put the translations up above here so you'll be able to see. So we got this here on the front. You got, I believe it says Ahsoka there on that. And then as you go around the box, you just have different designs on there. There's no other Arabish except for just the front and on the top. On the bottom of the box, you have the, of course, instruction information as to how to access the batteries, which we're going to talk about that. I also discussed on that how to get the batteries, or to do the batteries on these, on my initial review video, which that link, if you want to see that video, which is a comparison of version 1 and version 2, that'll pop up here in this corner for you. It's got this little paper here, and I'm sure that's just talking about your batteries that are inside of it and things of that nature. So let me go ahead and set the box down, and we'll take a look at the sabers themselves. All right, so here is the Shoto, or the smaller of the two sabers, and I've got them sitting here side by side, and you can see that they pretty much are identical. Now, people are saying, oh, well, the ones in the set are smaller than the original ones. It's not the case, folks. If you sit them over top of each other, actually we'll do it this way, where you can sit them side by side, you can see they are exactly the same size. So there's no difference in size. They are identical. So if you have the original set of sabers like I do here, then they are going to be exactly the same. Okay, so it's the same set. The only benefit you get is the box itself that they come in. So let's go ahead and swap out. So we'll swap the Shotos for the katanas, or the larger versions, so that you can see the difference there. And as you can see here with them side by side, they are the same size, same design. Everything is exactly the same. So if you do watch the other video that I have comparing version 1 and 2, you'll get more detailed information as to the differences between those two sets, and I get a little bit more in depth on these sets. So this is what I mean, they look like. They are identical. Turning them side by side and placing them side by side, you can see they are the same size. They are, same length and everything. Now, I will say that it does look like the paint coloring on some of it may be a little darker. Let me move it back down here. The paint coloring may be a little bit darker as far as the actual paint here and here than the original. Because if I turn it here, the original does look like it has a little bit darker, but that could just be the light that I have in my room. Looking at my screen here versus the camera, they look exactly the same. So it may just be my eyes in the room with the lighting that I actually have. So they, like I said, they're exactly the same. There's no real difference between the two sets other than the box. So let's go ahead and move to talking about the set itself individually. Go ahead and discuss the battery compartment on this. Now, you probably have already seen the battery compartment from the other videos, but if you haven't watched that, take this screw here out. Okay, the best thing to do is actually hold it and push down, okay, so that way you can get some pressure off of this screw. And you're going to unscrew right here. You don't have to take it all the way out because it will stay inside the cap. And then this cap just pulls off, okay, and inside is your battery compartment. So this being a brand new set, I have not taken the batteries out of this, but one thing I am noticing, they've gone to the newer style chassis. What I mean by the newer style chassis, I'll take it out of my original set and show you. So with batteries is the new chassis, and then you have the original chassis. So the new chassis actually has this band right here that you'll see that goes around and holds the batteries in place, whereas the original chassis did not have that band around it to hold the batteries in place. So it's a slightly, improved and updated design. So honestly, that's going to be the only real difference you're going to have between your original set and the new set that you get inside the collector's edition, or the limited edition, I should say. So that's your big difference. Be able to tell the difference. So if you go to purchase a set, let's say somebody bought the box set and they wanted to sell, their other set. If you go to buy the one in the gray box that they originally came in, and you have it with the band on there, well, those are the newer version of the Saber. Somebody may have kept their original ones that they had, especially if they had already done like I did, where I took the battery, or took the stickers off of my original ones, and I wanted to keep the original ones, and if I decided to sell, for instance, the new ones, with the stickers on there. So comparison wise, as far as lighting the blades and everything, everything is going to be the same as far as color, because of the fact that they are the same saber. So you're not going to have a variation in color to the blade unless you have a different blade. So that is pretty much the rundown between the two. I am noticing one thing that I'm seeing here is when I'm going and putting the battery cover on, you really have to make sure that you press down on it and hold, because otherwise it did leave a gap. And what I mean by that is, like, this is the way it's supposed to see, and you see there's very little to no gap around here. But if I did not hold down on the cap and I went to put it on and then just tighten the screw down, it leaves that gap. So make sure whenever you're putting this in there, you push the cap down and then tighten your screw down. The reason I say that is because if you don't do that, the battery chassis inside may not make complete contact with the pin contacts in there. So when you go to activate your saber via the power button on the side right here, you may not light up the blade, or you move it and it on and off, on and off. Keep that in mind. Your battery chassis may not be all the way in. Unlike your sabers chassis that insert and twist to lock, these do not. They just insert straight in like the majority of your legacy lightsabers that are out there. So let me know if you have the set. What are your thoughts on it? Leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are between the two. If you bought it, was it your first set? Did you do like I did, where you already had a set and you just wanted it for the box, you know, to keep your collection complete? And if you do have both sets, let me know if you're planning on selling your other set. I know there's a lot of people out there that could not get their hands on the set, even though as of making this video, the sets are still available at Galaxy's Edge East. So if you do want a set, make sure you reach out to your favorite and trusted smuggler, scavenger, whatever you want to call them, and let them know that you are interested before they go away, because once this set is gone, they're going to be gone. The only way you're going to be able to get them is on third party, and you're going to pay a premium for those. So thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate you guys, each and every one of you, and the time that you give me every time I put a video out. I know you have better things to do that possibly, but you do choose to spend the time with me, and I do thank you for that. Again, don't forget, hit the socials that are across the bottom down here. Hit that like and subscribe button down there in the corner. Share the video with your friends. Hit the notification bell so you get the latest updates on when the videos go live. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.